Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for the scene. Just put my glasses down there, I don't need that when I'm looking towards the big screen there. The big screen. And welcome to our SoundCloud viewers as well. Now, anyone who has an insight and a little bit of a volunteer who can come and help me to do new programmes on this, please don't hesitate to get in touch with myself, mal@DXTL.com. I want to remove probably the SoundCloud and go on to higher grades and make sure that we can get somewhere even decent. And if you've got some input in it, then please don't hesitate to get in contact with me, especially if you work locally or you are around about local. I want to do some changes and make it better for Don't Cross the Line and the Grassroots show as well, please. And our kids on a Friday evening with the kids voice box. But is it the kids voice box now? The young commentators seem to be moving on. The 9 foot tall now, a lot bigger than me. Where have they gone? Well, those days when those kids come into there, honestly, just amazing. It really is amazing. Right, okay, you've got your football out today, haven't you? All out at the junior leagues. Wherever it may be, this is the start. It's the Grassroots weekend coming back as well. We know the rain's coming back. We know there's been games, or everyone's wondering if that rain comes back and gets into the grass again, the games are going to be off. And it'll happen. We know it'll happen. So, all I'm appealing to each and every one of you is to make sure that when you go out and support your children and encourage them, encouragement, remember that word, from the sidelines, then also encourage your referee, because your referee is very, very important, not to yourselves, but for the children, your children, on the field of play. And again, if there's a spectator coming along to watch and supporting your friend's team, then please remember as well, the referee is not a target for abuse. Not in a million years, even though that referee is a target, because you feel sorry for them, because at the end of the day you have to look from the sidelines and the referee gives a penalty, free kick, whatever it may be, and they are introduced to a barrage of abuse from sidelines, saying never out, goal kick, our goal kick, never a corner. And the majority from the sideline do question the referee, and it's still going on. And I've heard referees still questioning, not referees, I've heard referees getting questioned by the supporters, spectators, even the managers and the coaches. It's not just about the parents, it isn't. And the managers and coaches have got to realise, they start shouting and screaming towards the referee, the target, it'll rub off, not just to the parents on the sidelines, but also to the kids on the field of play. And they'll all start agreeing with the coaches. And then the referee has a lot more to deal with. But we know that the governing bodies are putting in implements regarding any verbal abuse, the safety in football. It's another campaign. It's trying to take on the Don't Cross the Line campaign. It's simple as that. Rather than work with us, they want to do another campaign as well. Safety in football. It's been safety in football for many, many years. Safeguarding is part of it. That's what it's all about. Don't Cross the Line is against verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, racist comments and bullying within grassroots football. We've been established in 2013 and 2003 should I say, and we are probably the largest independent grassroots football organisation, with the backing of football's governing bodies and the PGMOL, which is the Premier Games match officials. That's what we're after. Support, massive support. And all these leagues, they all know about us right across the country. And we just want to make sure that everyone is looked after. Everyone within grassroots football. The referees, the kids playing football, people on the sideline should be, as spectators, just dishing out loads of encouragement. That's all they should be doing from the sidelines. They really should. And all we want you to do is support the work that we do within Don't Cross the Line. And we're all about grassroots football. We're not an organisation that's a business. Please, businesses are involved in grassroots football, making a fortune. Have a look around, have a look. We are a CIC, a community interest company. That means everything that we do in grassroots football goes back to grassroots football. Simple as that. And I think organisations should realise, take a back seat and look at the work that volunteers like ourselves do. They do it for nothing. They don't do it for pay. They haven't got a full-time job in grassroots football. No matter what you do, I'll tell you what, pay me a wage and I'll give this back to you free. You know, that's where organisations have to look at. They support businesses rather than they support the people out and about from the sidelines. People who are there face to face with the likes of the parents, the kids, the referees, the committee members, doing a job and being outspoken with them people and making a difference. Actually approaching the parents, actually approaching the managers, the referees, the coaches, and making a difference and questioning them. Not on a keyboard, not on social media, saying this is what we're doing, have a giveaway, support us, and we give you this. Look at the work organisations do. And as I say, we've been established in 2003, and our REFspect campaign is towards our referees, supporting our referees, and we'd love each and every one of you to get involved with us and make a difference. Simply make a difference by supporting us. We're a not-for-profit organisation in grassroots football, not for profit. And if you want me to say we're the largest independent organisation for not for profit, then we've won a game hands down, haven't we? So there you go. Yes, we're trying to do a job, no ref, no game, keeping these referees within the game. Our young referees, our experienced referees, there's no difference. And yes, we are calling for a cap on referees' fees. We're still supporting. And I think the FA or the county FA should look at it, because the reason I'm saying that is because if you go around some of these amateur games and what have you, and no question about the referee because they're getting offered it, but what it needs to do is be put in perspective, and teams need to be controlled about referees, because referees will go for the highest money. So they've got no guidelines whatsoever, so they're bound to go there. Now the FA, which they believe in and under their banner, put out, even the county FAs, that they are capped referees, level 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, capped in pay. Then everyone will know where they stand and every team will know what they need to pay a referee. So they need to put figures on that. Not leave it to the leagues. I think the FA, because it's their referees, because if you look at every week, the county FAs will state a referee, unless they're insured, unless they've got a DBS check, will not be allowed to referee. So that to me tells me that they are the referees' owners. They work for them. Even though they're voluntary, they work for them. They have to come under the guidelines of the Liverpool County FA or Cheshire County FA, whichever county FA it may be. So I think the governing bodies have a responsibility on capping prices, not let it become a free-for-all for all these managers. My honest opinion, mal@don'texttheline.com, add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. And I know there's organisations out there, there's forums for referees as well, state that they should demand that referees should be paid this amount. Demanding, do you know what, if it was a full-time job, then yeah, you can demand, you really can. That's why I'm stating, to take all this out, let's get the FAs to cap referee prices. Are we scared of losing referees? Maybe, but, you know, I know the county FAs do not pay the referees. That is the only thing missing. Unless they put on a big tournament, they will pay the referees. But they have to take charge of responsibility and cap the prices for referees to make it fairer for all these teams in grassroots football, or the amateur football as well. And I'm sure referees out there who are making money would understand there is a cap. The FA have done it, and if you've got referees who are saying they're walking away, they're leaving because there's not enough money, then why do we get thousands and thousands of volunteer managers and coaches doing all the admin work for the county FAs and the FA and the leagues, but we can't get thousands and thousands of referees, volunteers, who are paid nothing? Same as the coaches, they're paid nothing. Why can't we get that? Who started paying the referees? Now I think referees, there's millions out there as well who would probably go out there and go, do you know what, I want to do a volunteer game. I want to volunteer for grassroots football and become a referee, providing I get all my kit sponsored for me. I get expenses paid to any meetings I have to go to the county FAs. Why can't they do the same for managers, coaches, pay their expenses, because that much money comes into grassroots football? And I've got to look at things, and this is why we're saying change.org, this is which we put out yesterday, what we're trying to do with grassroots football, make it fairer for everyone, and we push for lower costs and secure funding in grassroots football. That is what we're pushing for. That is what we're trying to do to make a difference. For all teams, for referees, for everyone, you name it. But we all talk about volunteers, we all talk about these poor volunteers getting slated by paid people, and the volunteers unpaid. Food for thought, I suppose. Mal at DXTL.com. I'm not against referees, not against coaches, not against... I am against the money side of things, because I want kids, if I could, to get free football, and managers and coaches to get expenses, managers and coaches to get free equipment sent by all these mighty clubs, and also to organisations, businesses who could sponsor a referee. Why don't we do it that way instead of the kids having to pay and the teams and the parents having to pay? Football's big enough to be able to do that. UEFA, that lot, honestly, oh God, there's money galore out there. And what are we frightened of? We know the county FAs are making a lot of money through fines, through administration, through funding, because they get it all. They're all businesses. And the likes of ourselves, the organisation like ourselves, don't get funded. Does it make sense? We can give all the advertisements everywhere. We need change. Vote for change. Sign our petition and get involved in what the work we're doing, please. We need your support within grassroots football. And I'm sure if you've got a say, have your say, get in touch with me, or get in touch and say, I'd like to come in the studio, I'd like to do my little piece on it, I understand where you're coming from, but I want to mention this. If the prices go down here, what's it going to affect? You know, you've got hubs charging £51 per hour. They will go up because the fees have gone up and the energy bills have gone up. And they're looking at that. And when those lights come on, you watch the change. Everyone's committed to a league. Everyone will have a responsibility to pay more money for training. For kids 6 years of age, 7 years of age, paying £51 for a quarter pitch for 1 hour. And adult teams paying over £200 for an hour for a full pitch. And all these are charitable trusts. Where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line? We don't want to cross the line, we want to draw the line, and we want to make a nice balanced, even payout for everyone. Let's get these kids playing football. Let's get the parents going there without having to put their hand in their pocket every 2 minutes. Clubs are making a fortune as well, honestly they are. So they should be under the wing and the banner of the county FAs as to where it's going, because once you join a club, once you join a league, they're your members. Those parents are your members. Everyone has a responsibility. And like the parents as well, safeguarding is a must. DBS checks, they're a must. Totally agree with all that. We disagree with verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, racist comments and bullying. We have a zero tolerance campaign, as it always has been. We don't cross the line into that. Clubs are taking it on their own way. Clubs are looking at different ways of bringing in the money. The clubs are getting richer in grassroots football. It is not about we can make the most money. Now, if there's any clubs there who want to come and talk about what they're charging and what they're offering, please feel free. get in touch with me and come into the studio and let the world know what you're doing to make a difference to the kids and how you're trying to keep prices down. Because at the moment there's not many offers from clubs. Because you can give us a breakdown of all your fees and what you're paying, what you're collecting in, what you're paying out, providing that you're not part of a business and you know, you're running a club to bring that money in as well. You've got to look at these situations. We know the way football works, and I do. We wore the t-shirt. I'm not trying to stop people making money in grassroots football. If it's your living, then make it an even living and make it where people can afford it. That's what I'm saying. How many people get paid in grassroots football? How many organisations get paid thousands from grassroots football? Their businesses. How many volunteers get paid money? How many? Zilch. Don't get paid anything. And yes, these managers and coaches take all the flack. They really do. I was there, I watched it, I listened, and I seen what was going on and what leagues are doing to give all the work to a manager, to a team. And there's only volunteers, yet they enjoy it, they're there for the kids, and they don't want to step away from it. And 9 times out of 10 there's managers paying kids' fees out of their own pockets. It's still going on. And I can get loads of people in there who are still doing that, believe me. So, have your say, come in, get in touch with me, and put it over to the people what you're doing with your club, how much you're spending out, what you're doing, what the kids are doing. Are you sending the kids abroad at free tournaments? Are you putting money up out of their subs to let them go in the tournaments, let them go into summer leagues? Or do they all have to pay? Do they have to get their own sponsors? Do they pay their own subs? Do they pay signing on fees? What does it work out? What are your costs to what your income is at the end of the year? Come on, let's get the show on the road. Let's get you behind all the kids and all grassroots football. Let's get these prices down. That's all we're asking. We need petitions like this to make everyone aware of what is going on in grassroots football. And I've seen it, I've been there, and I'm watching, and I can learn. Honestly, I'm not a friend of grassroots football. I want everyone to be part of grassroots football and let the kids enjoy themselves, because every manager and coach that I hear and I see, and the club are all, and the leagues are all in it for the kids. That is what you hear all the time. And there's leagues with thousands of pounds in their coffers. Teams leave, they don't get to see any of that. Money should all be spent on the kids. Now, I've been involved in a league, and we did, as a committee, make sure that all that money was spent on the kids who matter. And we had a couple of pounds, £100 left in the pot to go on to next season, because you all know what's coming in and you know what is going out. That's the way to run a league, not have thousands. Why do we need thousands in the bank if the league are not paying out for all these? They're all your members, they deserve to have money in the bank spent on the kids. Come on, you've got your say there. I'm trying to make sure that everyone is enjoying themselves in grassroots football, and mums and dads, with all the cost of living is absolutely scandalous. It's going to get worse than the budget, we know that, so we need to do something about it now. So please sign our petition. Thank you for that. We'll be back again tomorrow, being Sunday, so if you're out and about, not just today, loads of REFspect on and off the field of play, please bring it back, and we'll let you know about our annual REFspect awareness campaign, and out and about tomorrow as well, with loads of REFspect and me watching the football. And let's hope the weather is kind to us and kind to the kids. Otherwise, games will start getting cancelled again. Thanks for tuning into the show. From myself, Mal Lane, all the team at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Hearts of Goals initiatives, no ref, no game. We'll be back again tomorrow. Say again, round about 6 p.m. and Premier League is really hot up. As always, I'm looking forward to it, to talking about results in the Premier League, not just grassroots. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Good night, God bless.